Good day, YouTube, and welcome back to the Sneaky V YouTube channel. My name is Darius, and the last time you guys saw me, I was explaining to you what it was I need to do to get this cast iron LSX engine block sent out to the machine shop to get machined out to the proper specifications that I needed to be at. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to the parts needed to make up a rotating assembly. So, what we have here in no specific order of importance, because all of these parts are important, and without any single one of them, the engine either wouldn't run or wouldn't run for very long before it quickly destroyed itself. What we have here is the crankshaft. This particular crankshaft is a performance crankshaft made by Lunati. It is forged from 4340 steel and it has a 4-inch crank throw. What that means is from here to about right here is 4 inches. The crankshaft's job is to take the reciprocating motion from the pistons and turn it into rotational motion to be used by the wheels and other accessories of the car. And down here we have the forged aluminum pistons. The piston is 4 125,000 of an inch in diameter. Up here we have the piston rings, which are used to create a seal between the cylinder wall and the piston head. And we have the wrist pin, which is used to connect the piston to the connecting rods here. All three of these parts, the piston rings, and the wrist pin, are made by DSS Racing. A little bit further down we have the connecting rods. These connecting rods are the Summit Racing Pro LS series. They are 6 125 thousandths of an inch in length. They are H-beam style rods, which means they are shaped like an H, as you can see. The connecting rod's job is to connect to the crankshaft here and transfer the energy from the piston heads to the crankshaft. We also have over here some bearings. These bearings go between the crankshaft and the connecting rods here to keep everything spinning smoothly, so that you don't just have like straight up metal on metal grinding together and destroying itself. And so with all these parts, I finally have all the parts that I need to send this off to the machine shop to get it machined. Now you're probably wondering why I don't just like start putting things together now. Well, that's because it won't fit together. You see these pistons at 4 125 thousandths of an inch will not fit into the piston bores, which are 3.88, 3 88 thousandths of an inch. So yeah, there's that. It's about a half or a quarter inch too small to actually fit the pistons in. But with these parts and the fact that I can now send this all off to the machine shop and get it machined, I really have nothing else to do until that happens. Which means it's about time for me to introduce you guys to the car that all of this is actually going in. And this is my 2006 Cadillac CTS. Now, it is basically the base model of the almighty Cadillac CTS V, but as you can see, this car doesn't have any V badges either on the back or on either side. She is not in terrible conditions at all. All the leather on the inside, the front seat except for the driver's seat is pretty good. The back seat is pretty good. Got my attack teddy back there in case somebody tries to break in, but he's nocturnal, so I can't show you guys how that works. Underneath the car probably is the worst, because underneath these cars they have a problem with the differential bushings actually going out, and it creates a clunking sound when you start to accelerate, so that's a problem. Other than that, I'll probably need to get some suspension upgrades, because basically the only difference between my car and the CTS V model is the fact that it has a different suspension setup, better suspension, and it has a bigger engine. This one comes with a 2.8 liter, I believe, V6 engine, and it only makes about 217 horsepower, which is why I'm upgrading. But other than that, it's a pretty decent car. It has some paint blemishes that I plan to get fixed, but that's the car that this big engine that I'm building is going in. And so if you guys haven't figured it out yet, that's why this channel is called the Sneaky V channel. Is because this car is basically a CTSV without the V. So my plan is to turn it into basically what is a CTSV but doesn't have the V badge. Actually, it'll be more powerful than the CTSV of this model year because the CTSV of this model year only made around 400 or 500 horsepower, and this one will probably make around 1,000. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you guys next time. I got to get out of here. This place is closing. I'll see you guys on the next episode, which should probably be starting to build that engine because I have to send it off to the machine shop first before I can start doing that, and I gotta wait for it to get back. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to click the like and subscribe button down below and tell your friends to come check out the channel, and it'll help me out tremendously because all of this costs a lot of money. Thank you. Goodbye.